Okay, we're live. It's Tech Tuesday. Welcome to the Barnlight. My name is Mark. I'm a moderator on the Eugene Tech Switchboard. And every Tuesday we get together at the Barnlight with all of our friends, and we have TechTuesday. And the new thing that's coming on, whoa, that is crazy looking. This is the hard way. Oh, I think that's just like it's telling us that we're live. Okay, never mind. Anyway, so now we're still even more live. Are we showing up on the feed? It's at the. If you want to check out the feed, it's at the Eugene Tech Facebook page. Are we live? Okay, good. Anyway, welcome. The way this works out is the Switchboard is a series of asks and offers, and one thing that we do is we compile the week in tech. And the week in tech is this week. The big deal this week is Eugene Makerspace is having a Spring into Making Expo this Saturday, and we'll get more info on that later. And you'll come visit Eugene's original makerspace, dive into maker season. There's going to be science, rockets, always free, always a good time. What is it? The Children's Library? Do you know about the Science Factory? The Science Factory is going to be there. Children's Museum. Science Factory. But they're also the home of Eugene Maker Fair. And so they like to do all the maker things moving up to that. So there's a couple new things this week. Startup Florence is doing some mentor stuff. This Wednesday, you can design using a 3D printer. You can make a USB case, and we're going to hit. That's at the library, and you're going to hear more about that. Coder Dojo's got some new classes coming online. Plus, there's some regular monthly things going on. Game Dev Dinner is the first Wednesday. And we're going to hear more about that tonight. Hopefully, Mike Jones is here. Eugene User Group, Linux GNU User Group. That's what UGLUG stands for. They're probably the longest running user group in Eugene. They're probably going on 10 years. We're not going to hear from them. But Corvallis has something going on called the Future of Learning. Anyway, there's a whole thing called the Week in Tech, and you can check it out. Go to the Switchboard at switchbeard.com. I'm supposed to have a card right now that I'm holding up, but I forgot to do that. So, or eugtek.org. If somebody wants to just or .com. If somebody wants to .net, I don't know. If somebody knows that, they can put it in the comments. You're watching the live video show. So tonight my first special guest is Kimmy. I'm going to let her introduce herself and talk about what she's here to talk about.
Hi, I'm Kimmy Gustafson. I'm one of the co-founders of a startup here in town called Management Co-op. But that's not what I'm talking about tonight. I am talking about Starbucks, which some of you may have heard of, some of you may have not heard of. We are a group of founders that meet together on a monthly basis, and we are the very first chapter that's ever come out of the original Startups in Portland, which has been around for 16 years. Our chapter has been around for about 2.5. There's 15 companies that are part of it. It's generally membership only, but all of our founders are available and accessible to the community to meet and talk to you about what we do and why we do it, why we love on founders so much and care about them and want them to succeed. And then every fall we have a membership drive where we ask you guys to tell us about how amazing and awesome you are, and come and have you meet the rest of the founders, and then hopefully welcome you into our family. What it really boils down to is proven peer mentorship, which is people who are going through the struggles, talking to people who are going through them, and mentoring each other through that process. People who succeeded in it, and talking to brand new baby companies who are just starting out. So there's 3 phases. There's survive, thrive, and strive. Survive, strive, thrive. Survive, strive,
Starve,
thrive.
starve less.
Starve less.
Remember starving fondly.
Most companies start out in the survive stage, and that's where they really need our group. And we do hot seats where everybody in Starbucks shows up and acts like they are your co-founder for the night to help you walk through whatever problem you have that you're facing. We do quarterly catch-ups where we all talk about what their struggles in the month and then open our resources to each other to figure out how we can get from point A to point B. And then we do, here in Eugene, we do at least twice a year happy hours where they're open to any and all founders who might be a member.
And you just had one like Friday,
We
right?
did. We buy you drinks, we feed you food, we say this is really, really hard.
How did it go? Where did you have it, and how was it? How
We
did it
did
go?
it at the Waivers Lamp. This is the second time that we hosted a founder happy hour there, and it was great. We had a great turnout. We had 3 companies talk about what they do. One of the companies was actually like, hey, I had a little bit of this struggle. How do you solve it? I was able to get some resources from the community about how they would overcome that hurdle. It's really neat to watch that reaction.
Nice. So if somebody wanted to participate in the mentoring, so it sounds like there's kind of 2 levels of involvement. You can, if you're a founder and you're a startup, you can join. There's probably like an onboarding process. And so if somebody wanted to join, would they get like tapped out, or how would they? Is there a way to find you?
Find us once you join Starbucks.
Or just if they were interested in Starbucks and they wanted to maybe participate, how could they join?
They contact me, and we'll add you to the mailing list. You can go to Starbucks.com, and I should have a little thing available in the card. Starbucks.com, and register for updates and newsletters. We'll notify you when there's public events in Eugene that you can come to. You'll also get notification of the public events in Portland. But then just stay in touch, and then when the membership opens up this fall, we'll shoot you an email and let you know to come and join us.
And if I'm not a member, but I want to get some of that good mentor feedback, how can I do that?
Well, a great way is just accessing the companies that are part of Starbucks. So if you have questions, you can email me. I should have a card. Kimmy at managemy.co. Somebody can type it up there.
.coop? .coop. Managed by .coop. It's not chickens. It's something completely different than chickens.
Co-op chicken. But yeah, get in touch with us. We can get you hooked up.
Nice.
But we're just a resource for the community, just like a lot of the other things that are out there.
Do you have anything going on this week, or anything you want people to,
Right away. Just hang in there, founders. It's really hard.
Okay, hold on for a second. We can see you now if you want to do it. Let's come around this way. Thank you very much for your time. Thanks for being on the show. I appreciate it.
Bye, guys.
It's a cool time.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. So we're getting a little audio feedback here that it's really kind of quiet. So we're going to try to do something better with the mic. Maybe. All right. Do you think I should just get rid of the mic completely?
Get rid of the mic.
So we're gonna try just using the no mic. See how that goes.
You have to read my lips.
No, it's gonna work out. We see we're trying something new tonight. The last time we did this, we're at a bar. So just so you know, there's a whole bar thing going on right now. And so last time it seemed there's a lot of bar noise. So I went to China and I brought back a shotgun mic, but now that's not really working either. So. He doesn't know. Anyway, I'm going to take off the thingy. This is live, so we're going for zero quality here. So my next guest is Brittany, and I'll let you introduce yourself and whatever you want to talk about.
Great. Hi guys, my name is Brittany Quickwarner. I'm the Director of Business Advocacy at the Eugene Chamber of Commerce, and I'm here to talk to you tonight about Next Generation Eugene, aka the future of downtown. So I have 3 to 5 minutes to talk about
the future.
Downtown.
The future.
So, I am placed in part of the Eugene Chamber of Commerce, but for the last almost year, we have been partnering with a group of downtown stakeholders who have come together to talk about what we want to see happen downtown. There's been this great revitalization over the last probably 10 years or so. More recently, in the last 5 years or so, we've seen a lot of the efforts come to fruition, and we wanted to get together and sort of consciously decide if there were more things that downtown needed to help continue that revitalization. And over a year of meeting and talking to different stakeholders downtown and learning about potential projects, we also did a survey. We sent it out to several thousand people. Over 750 people replied to it, so we got a really good breadth of answers and replies about what downtown means to people and what they hope to see downtown. We decided that we aren't done yet. There's still unfinished business. We want to keep revitalizing downtown and continue the momentum that we've started. And so we started thinking about projects. So what kind of projects could we do downtown Eugene to help continue this momentum? And I'm going to take a pause here and sort of insert this kind of policy-specific idea. So there's this tool called Urban Renewal, which has been used over the last couple decades to help do a lot of the projects that we've seen accomplished downtown.
Like the Broadway Commerce Center that we are in the Broadway Commerce Center at the moment.
Like the new library downtown, the new LCC building, the Downtown Athletic Club, the Tiffany building, which has Perugino and one of the several sushi places downtown. It's really good though. Anyways,
not to plug any particular sushi joint or anything.
Generic plug.
Do they have chicken katsu ramen?
I don't know that.
Sorry, I'm distracting you now.
I know. Anyway, so the point of the story is there's a lot of really great things that have come out of using urban renewal as a tool for development and revitalization. And this tool is about to expire. So at the end of this year, if City Council doesn't decide to renew the tool, we're going to lose it forever. So our group wanted to figure out, are there other projects downtown that we're not quite done yet that we want to keep working on, or that we think can benefit downtown Eugene and the rest of the community if we can complete them. And we did. We came up with a list of projects that we thought were worthy of public investment, that we asked a lot of people and they agreed were worthy of public investment. And so our group is advocating to the City Council right now that we need to continue downtown urban renewal. So we've created a website, nextgeneug.com, where you can go and learn all about these projects. Right now there are 4 projects on the table. One of them is installing high-speed fiber across downtown Eugene.
Tech people love fiber.
Tech people love fiber, and we love tech people. We like tech companies, and we like the fact that they're bringing daily wage jobs to our community, and that they're sort of inspiring innovation downtown that existed before, but it just didn't have a way to coalesce. And there's a lot of just inspiration coming from the tech community right now. They're a big partner in this urban renewal effort, and that's one of the 4 projects that we can accomplish.
So if I was super excited about fiber, like I am, I'm lucky enough to be on the Affordable Fiber Pilot Program. And so I've actually, for the first time in my life, I've been like showing up at city council meetings and doing stuff like that. Is there anything coming up soon that if somebody was just like, yay, go fiber, that they could show up to and give support?
So on Monday, May 23rd at 7 o'clock p.m., there's a city council public hearing on this specific issue of extending the urban renewal district for these 4 projects that I talked about. What we are trying to do is to bring as many folks to this meeting that we possibly can to testify in favor of these 4 projects. So, like I said, fiber is one of them. Another one is providing a permanent home for the farmers market in downtown Eugene. Another one is renovating the park blocks in our public spaces. So our community's had a lot of conversation over the last several months about the quality of our public spaces downtown. And the last one is this really exciting idea to, I should say concept, to renovate the old LCC building, which is on Landon Street next to Pita Pit across from the LTD station, to renovate this building into a business, arts, technology incubator. So an innovation hub that provides opportunities for all kinds of businesses, but specifically to tech companies who are growing and trying to develop in Eugene, and also arts companies and arts businesses that are also trying to incubate and to figure out how to make money doing art in Eugene. So really exciting opportunity there too. So if any of those projects are sexy and you're excited about them, like fiber or like LCC building, we really need people to come out and to tell City Council that we're excited about the momentum downtown and we want to keep making that happen, and urban renewal is the right way to do it.
Awesome. That was very nice. I noticed you had another thing here with giant arrows on it. Is there something you want to plug while you're here?
Since I'm here, we think that a lot of the momentum downtown and a lot of energy around sort of improving downtown and the rest of the community is coming from young professionals, and we think that we can make a really big difference in the community if we come together and we advocate for stuff we care about. So in order to inform, inspire, and help you get involved in the community, we're hosting a summit, a day-long conference for young professionals called the Eugene YP Summit on June 2nd. And I want you to go to this website. My husband made the website. Shameless plug for Blue Bus Creatives.
We'd like to thank Blue Bus Creatives, who just happens to be a Code Shops member.
Yeah.
Plug.
Anyways, go check it out. Learn about the conference. We'd love to have you there. We still have a few openings. We're shooting for about 250 people. We're almost there. So if you're interested, check it out and sign up.
Life's a circle, because when I was young and professional, yuppie was a derogative term. So I'm glad to see you owning that. And I think you should go get Huge Yuppie Summit as well, and just own the yuppie thing. Just own that.
You were a yuppie.
Younger. Well, I was young once, yes, and urban, and semi-professional.
I know lots about men.
Now you know. So, be a yuppie, go to the summit,
advocate for downtown,
fare a bunch, and go to Next Gen, Can't Read It Backwards, huge. All right. Thank you very much. Mike Jones. Come on in, Mike. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Mike Jones. Introduce yourself and tell us what you're here to talk about.
Sure. So, I'm Mike Jones. I'm a sound designer in the game industry. I've been doing this for about 13 years. We're talking about the game dev community and stuff that we're doing here.
Well, I just happen to know that it's the first week of the month, and there's 2 things that happen in the first week of the month. One of them is First Friday Art Walk that I never go to, but I should. I'm not saying I'm not in town for it, but that's like a big thing that happens. But the thing I try to go to as much as I can is the Game Dev Dinner, which is tomorrow night at the Davis.
Yeah, tomorrow night at the Davis. Every first Wednesday of the month, we try to get just a casual gathering of game developers that are in town, or really anybody who is interested in becoming a game developer, even if they're not interested in being a game developer, they just like games and want to meet some people that make them.
So if I was a PHP developer, I could just show up anyway?
Absolutely.
Like you're not going to check my credit at the door?
Like a PHP be a developer and you want to get into making games, then great, because we're looking for more programmers. You know? Likewise, if you're let's say you're a tech CEO and you got your fancy sophisticated algorithm thing and you just can't figure out how to make this thing that's kind of boring look cool, well, you should come check us out because we might be able to do something creative.
That's awesome.
Trying to match people and make this happen.
And so you're super active. You're like the super active. You do the first Wednesday thing. I see lots of, when I'm down here in the mornings at the Barnlight, you're doing game, what is it, just a game meetup? So there's coffee meetups, what, every week?
Every Wednesday morning.
Every Wednesday morning there's coffee meetups. So tomorrow's going to be a long day for you, right? So you got to do the coffee meetup, try to get some job in there, and then like come back and do the nighttime thing. Plus there's other stuff going on. What is there other things going on?
Yeah. So I help co-organize this group called Mid Forest, and we are sort of helping foster activities and growth in the game dev community. So try to hold all kinds of different events. Some of the events that we have are what we call art code nights. So at least twice a month we try to hold a night where say you want to work on games, and maybe that's not your day job, and you've got that project you've been working on, but you never seem to find the time to do it. Art code night is probably the time to dedicate to it. So it's maybe about a 2-hour window where.
And sometimes that's on a Tuesday. Sometimes it's on a Saturday. And typically at the Purdy Lab. Do you have a permanent home, or you kind of float around a little bit?
Kind of float around a little bit. I think we have a semi-permanent home at the Purdy Lab. I'm hoping to do a semi-permanent home at the
Well, you know what? Tuesday nights, you ever want to do a Tuesday?
Tuesday.
You can have the conference room at the Code Shops, and we'll totally, if you want to make that your permanent home,
I think so.
that would be awesome.
We try to have, the split for anybody to at least have one day to make it, a lot of people work on weekends or weeknights.
Yeah.
So you have one weekend or whatever. So
And that's been going on for a few years now.
it has been, yeah.
That's good. Right on. So, I guess that's about it. Do you have any last? Hey, you know what? I don't see a lot of game-related stuff on the Switchboard. Do the game folks do they feel like they've got permission to use the Eugene Tech Switchboard? Because if they're looking for art, or if they've got a little bit of extra time, or if they're looking for developers, or they got some questions, they could use that as a resource to get into. That's just me shamelessly plugging the Switchboard.
Well, Switchboard, I try to tell them every once in a while. Remind them about Switchboard. It's slow to take up on it sometimes, but every once in a while I'm looking at Switchboard to see if there's anything that's applicable.
Well, Eugene's got a rich history of game development, and so these game dev events are some of the most consistently and well-populated events that I've been to. There's a really strong community there. It's very welcoming. So, if you're on the fence and not sure you want to show up, just show up. It's totally easy. All right. Anything else?
Other than that, we've got a super big event that we've been planning for each year.
I love indie game.
January, so it's just like
well, hopefully we'll get you back on between now and then. So we can get more details about the indie game.
It's not like a giant
When do you guys want to come up?
What's that?
You're out. Either one of you. You find something. Thank you very much for your time, sir. I appreciate it. We got a lot of special guests tonight, but none is more special than my dear friend Ben.
My mom tells me I'm special too.
So go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us why you're here.
So, yeah, my name's Ben Allard. I'm with the Eugene Makerspace. So, we're just a real quick overview. We're a community shop, free for anyone to come in on Tuesdays and Fridays. And this weekend we're having a big open house spring festival event. We're doing a lot of show and tell. We're inviting people to come down and show off their projects, check out some of the things other people are working on. We've got people down there that work on everything from woodwork, metalwork, laser cutting, plastics and woods and fingers, not fingers. What did I say, fingers? That's so weird.
Sometimes you get cut off your fingers using the laser cutter inside the plastic, but it's okay because you can vacuum seal it back on with a 3D printed finger.
That's the amazing,
all in the same shop.
The amazing thing about Makerspace is you can do anything. Yeah, we've got this event going on. It's going to be on Saturday from 10 to 4. So the whole Makerspace thing, it's pretty cool. I mean, no, I don't know anyone who can afford to have a garage that has, a little bit of everything, unless it's a really crummy bit of everything. But we've got a lot of everything out there, and it's a good community.
Well, in the EMS, as Eugene Makerspace, you're the original Makerspace in Eugene. That's what we know that because you couldn't have called yourself Eugene Makerspace because someone else would have grabbed it.
Well, unless we won it like in a fight.
Right.
So, those.
Unless there was like a giant pumpkin chunkin' showdown.
It's funny you should mention that. So we actually do, one of the things we do down at the shop is an annual pumpkin chunking event where we have some people come in and build catapults and trebuchets and slingshots and fire pumpkins, some of them 200, even 300 feet away.
It's completely safe.
Oh, well, not so much for the pumpkins. It's kind of rough on them. But
fun for children of all ages.
Yeah, just stay away.
Behind the line.
Yeah, exactly. We do that in conjunction with the Science Factory, another really great organization locally. It does a lot to build science and maker community, and a lot of great people in the city.
And the Science Factory is going to be there this weekend, right?
Yeah. We're going to have some people from the Science Factory there. They're also going to be out at the university where they're doing a tech bonanza of some sort out there. There's a lot going on this weekend.
That's awesome. I've been watching, I've been kind of voyeuring online. I'm one of those people who pay my Eugene Makerspace dues and never show up to anything. I'm like kind of a maker poser.
Well, we miss you then.
So. I need to show up more. But one of the things I've been watching is this near Earth orbit rocket launch thing. So it's like there's a subgroup that is trying. It's like maybe not officially EMS anyway. So whatever, we're just chatting. They're trying to launch a rocket or a balloon.
We're going to do the balloon thing.
Into space.
The rocket is actually
near space.
Yeah.
And to try to, the goal, I believe, is to take a picture where you can see the curvature of the Earth.
Yeah. This is a big thing. It's just barely inside of the reach of an individual, but you get a group of people working together, and you can send cameras up to like 100,000 feet, take video, pictures, things like that. We're going to be doing ours with GPS telemetry and live data, positional data, and altitude data, things like that. And if we're really, really lucky, we might even get some of our equipment back when it's all over. So, fingers crossed.
So if the nerd is strong with you, and even more so, if you're so deep into this stuff, there's one place in town to check out, and it's the Makerspace. You guys have the most engineering makers I know of. And so, yeah.
Which makes us terrible socially, but, it's a great...
No, you showed up tonight. That's awesome.
Yeah, this is going to use up about a week of social energy for me. No, the Makerspace is down at 7th and McKinley. It's the same little parking lot as we've done in Partridge. We've got a workshop there. Come on down on a Tuesday or Saturday. Tuesday or Friday, any week. We've got the open hack night. Anyone can come down and use the 3D printers, the laser cutters, the finger remover. The fingers again. Use all the tools. We want to lure you down to become a member, but it's a community shop first. So come on down and check it out. And then this Saturday, from 10 to 4, we'll have the open house spectacle. Certainly not a huge disaster event.
All right. Well, that was plugtastic. Thank you for your time, sir.
Thanks, Mike.
Speaking of makers, and so that was the Eugene's original makerspace. I think now we get to hear about Eugene's newest maker hubby thing, or whatever you're here to talk about.
Yeah,
So introduce yourself and tell us what you're here about.
Okay. Hey, I'm Matt. I'm from the Eugene Public Library. We opened about a month and a half ago the Eugene Library Maker Hub. So it's sort of a two-part makerspace. We have more formal makerspace with access to high-tech tools like 3D printers, vinyl cutters, that type of thing. We also have a smaller space that has a high-end Mac and high-end PC. It's got all the equipment you use to make to create graphics, to create audio and video, to edit it, to also digitize it media.
You call it the Media Lab.
Media Lab, very aptly named, I think.
Not to be confused with Radio Lab.
Which is very fantastic. Yeah. But if you can't afford the Adobe Creative Suite, if you can't afford Pro Tools, all you need is a library card. You can come down to us and say, hey, I want to use Pro Tools. And if you want to use Pro Tools, we've got 2 electric guitars, electric bass, synthesizer, a 49-key MIDI keyboard, Apogee Quartet, so you can record all of your music on it, edit it up, and then burn whatever you need to, or save your music and upload it wherever you want to. We're also offering open times throughout the week where you can have access to sweet tools like 3D printers, and we're offering a place where you may not have to purchase it, but you can have access to it. Bring your own STL files and you can print out something. If you want to see what people are talking about, they think about when they talk about Arduinos or Raspberry Pis, you can come on down and check it out before you actually buy it. We've got resources where you can learn how to use it, and people on staff who can sort of help guide you through the process and have a collaborative learning experience with tons of other people that are similar to you, getting into the field and interested in what they can do.
Yeah, so I haven't been to I visited the Maker Hub one time. It's kind of after hours, just kind of checking it out. But this, the libraries in general, getting in the maker space, it sounds like it's very super accessible. So, where you might be intimidated, going to a TechTuesday or, some of these things that are like, oh, that's too technical for me. I mean, we all own the library, right? And so if there's events at the library, you don't have to worry about it being too technical for you. I think you can show up and it's really geared towards people who just what is this maker thing about? How do I cut off my finger with a 3D printer?
It's not that easy.
Is it possible? Is it even possible?
Yeah.
No, but you guys have a lot of things coming on. I mean, you've got a full, right, I've been noticing a lot of activity on the Switchboard. Thank you for using the Switchboard. And do you have anything coming up right away that you want to plug?
Actually, coming up, which is very similar to the Eugene Makerspace, is on May the 14th from 2 to 4 p.m. at the Downtown Library. We're going to have a Maker Open House, a Maker Expo, where we'll have just access and you can sort of see all the tools, or a wide array of the tools that we have. So we've got our 3D printer running, we've got some makey-makeys, we have a nice big green screen so you can take a picture of yourself on Tatooine or something awesome.
You know that you're speaking complete gibberish, right?
That sounds like English.
Makey, tattoo.
Hey! Yeah, just entry-level things. That's the niche I want to hit, is because we realize there's so many great groups in Eugene, like Coder Dojo, Code Shops, the Makerspace, all these other groups that are doing really cool things. But as a public library, we're very accessible. Anybody that lives in Eugene can use us and be a part of us. And so we want to be a place where people can access these really awesome tools, and then we can point them to other locations where they might have more access or more ability to go deeper and deeper into what they're interested in.
And that was really the exciting thing when I was visiting the Maker Hub at the library. I was very it warmed my heart to see this drawing on the whiteboard that was basically like, we're the hub, but it's like, here's all the other things going around. And there's this big tag cloud of Eugene Makerspace and different co-working spaces, and so you guys are really putting energy into being inclusive and trying to paint a picture of the entire maker ecosystem.
And we can't do everything. We're basically half paper, so we can't have loading stations or anything cool like anything that creates fire, we just cannot do. So we're pointing to the Eugene Makerspace that has a welding station, which is awesome.
So is there anything that you need? Is there a way for people to, like, say I was smart about using a finger remover, could I volunteer?
Yeah, absolutely. So we are actively looking for volunteers right now. If you want to volunteer with us, we have two options. The first option is if you're an expert on something, because we're all librarians. We don't have a certain range of knowledge in this whole great tech world. So if you're an expert on something, we would love to have you teach a class if you want to. And you can always ask us, say like, hey, I'm really into finger chopping tools. Let me teach a class on how you can remove your index finger. And we'll let you do that. We'll give you a space and we'll give you support to help teach that. We're also looking for volunteers to help staff our open lab. So right now we're offering open labs for about 3 2-hour sessions per week. We're focusing 1 week on digital fabrication, then textile arts, and then electronics, robotics, and then traditional graphic design and paper arts.
So if you know how to run a 3D printer, which is not a trivial task, and people think that 3D printers, they sound a lot like inkjet printers, and you can just be like, oh, print me a Yoda. It's not really that easy. It's usually trial and error, and there's a little bit of tuning with these devices. If you know how to do that, you can get a lot of really positive feedback from people who are seeing 3D printing for the first time. Schedule some time, go hang out at the library, and you can really help people get a good first impression of this, and not just be stuck with like, oh, this is too hard for me. This is clearly not what I was envisioning when I showed up. And so what's the best way to get a hold of you?
The best way to find out about it is go to the Eugene Public Library website. If you look at the very bottom, you'll see an option for volunteering, and that'll put you through the pipeline to become a volunteer with us.
Awesome. And yeah, thank you very much for your time.
Thanks so much.
All right. Well, I think that's pretty much it for the Eugene Tech live show. We're just going to shout out. I don't see, there's not a single question in the comments, so all you commenters are fired. It's supposed to be an interactive sort of thing, but I'll just leave you here with a view of what's going on. That's TechTuesday in action. We're here at the Barnlight. I'll just go ahead and walk you right out of the room.
That's ideal lane.
Oh, look, people. Mm-mm.